Hey everyone, it's Rose Crystal, and I'm back on our Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair episode. Last time, we started the class trial, and we just figured out some very important information about the secret of the funhouse. Without any further ado, let's begin.
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon. Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Well,
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
that could be used.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
Now it's all connecting.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse destroyed any building weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who's the killer who did that?
Hiya!
Oh, new bad word to call mom. How can I tell him we're pleased by this? Let me say it right away. Marnie stands up and signs. I still want to get her by me or wood. Monami is a serious Stu Fatley. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu Fatley, huh? That's not right. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The probably best human tactic in Harvard. All three of these are themes. Stu Fatley. There's a patent in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now! Monami is a serious Stu Fatley!
Holy crap, I said it right. Not that I wanted to, but... let's save.
Hello! I hope you're... Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Don't worry, my laptop's charged. And save. We're good.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Yeah, she seems concerned, but it's like, oh, no, okay then.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Oh, so you actually care about living. Good for you.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Exactly.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such action.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane! You are drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause that also used building structure? Falling.
I see!
That could work.
That's it. I
I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
The door wouldn't open in that case. It would have to wait for the other door to close.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer chop Nekomaru from? I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident. I'm going to solve that mystery next.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside,
Oh wait, there it is.
the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
It's all up to me.
When the elevator is off, you can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible.
Then, after locking they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
What if he was asleep?
No, that's wrong! That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to feed the drop inside the elevator on Nekomaru. Shock seems to have an idea, but what way could that be?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Nope.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
Nope.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about that? Wait, no.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh god.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Nope, I agree with that.
I agree with that! Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair! That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower
And that's how it was created.
and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh my god, I hate
So
that.
what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to V3. Oh crap, no. No, hold on.
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
True. Okay, so let's figure this out.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru in is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Nope, but if he woke
Allow
up...
me to cut through those words! What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
The clock's alarm timer?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You would start moving
if
around.
something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
I didn't expect the door to come off. The reason that even happened was because he tried to pull it off earlier. And that's because it was creaking, meaning any more force and it would come off. That's really what it was? And that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
We're not even talking about that!
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so!
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this!
Oh, you just noticed this?
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Doesn't matter, doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed into the floor. The pillar. Because it had oil on it, right?
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right!
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta!
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
It's actually cute.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
I saw it too.
Nah, that's impossible, because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Now that Mr. I understand seriously, just went out for a moment. I can't sugarcoat this, just that I want to be able to use the truth. There's definitely a clue to break into this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
That's right.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion!
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Actually, that's not possible. It's the radio clock.
No, that's wrong!
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction has absolutely no use. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but it wasn't. Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we're not misunderstanding something. I think I told something I should really find the answer to that mystery. Oh shoot, I didn't even realize the road. I need to look at the screen, obviously. Why didn't the 100 others misunderstand? I'm in the building. I was doing so good too. I even hit the space car key. Hold on. I'll do it on my left hand. need to quickly switch hands. Like, keyboard controls can. Oh, I'm down to 2 minutes. Oh goodness. If I run out of time, I'm done for. Seriously, it's like the space key sound that doesn't work. I've gotten this far without a game over, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm down to like less than a minute. Holy crap. It's strange. I can't like jump. This is really aggravating. It really is. I'm wasting precious time. There we frickin' go. What the crap is the time limit? Okay, I have like 15 seconds. Like, even if I got through this, there's no way. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. It's no use, I can't go any longer. I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me? Ah, crap. That means you two.
This is our end?
Yeah, we
We will
tried.
never give up!
Alright, come on. Seriously? Come on. I think I hit like 2 keys. Like the up and left key, and I probably like screwed it up. So the building is clock. I got to see the road there, did you? Just at the wrong time. Both houses. There we go.
It's all coming together! You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
That's a possibility.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right, that's the main problem. We need to clarify how showing off what's off after playing most of the clocks. That's definitely next person. I'm gonna read the truth in one go.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell.
But Akane did.
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out.
If only we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the build, then we can only rely. The time of was clearly 7.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that?
If only I heard the sound when he...
Akane did.
I agree with that.
And so did I.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at...
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
So it was off by 2 hours.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30. And if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
I'm gonna keep this going for a little bit longer. Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides missing town killers to a specific thing, they were trying to learn only Nekomaru, and this thing is Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
Because it's supposed to be there at 7 in the morning.
That's it! The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m., and if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monaco Mataichi. But it turned like this after all, so I can't take any help.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it?
Alright, we're gonna go into part 3. So if you guys want to see the next episode as soon as possible, please give this video a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!